Hey there, I'm Liam from WILDCOAST. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through the slow motion ocean activity, which demonstrates how waves are formed and what causes them to break. In the activity, students will create waves by generating wind on a pan of water. They will then use a wave bottom model, which I'll show you how to make pretty soon, that demonstrates how approaching shallow water causes waves to break. A wave is energy. A wave is powerful energy moving through the ocean, causing a slight displacement. It is not a mass of water moving from one location to another, because if it were, the location from which it came would soon run out of water altogether. Most ocean waves are caused by wind blowing across its surface. The stronger the wind, and the longer it blows across the water, the larger the waves. As a wave approaches a beach, it encounters shallow water. The lower part of the wave, being in contact with land under the sea, is more influenced by friction and thus slows down more than the top. This causes the wave's top to outrun the bottom, leading to what we see when a wave breaks. When the water remains deep until close to shore, as in it doesn't encounter any shallow land, like reefs, waves hit the shore with greater impact. To get a better grasp on this concept, students will perform this activity to comprehend that wind is the cause of most waves and why those waves break. In order to successfully conduct this experiment, students will need a shallow pan of sorts. See if you can get your hands on a pie tin or a shallow baking sheet, a straw, some vegetable oil, some corn syrup, some blue food coloring, some tape, and some sort of clear bottle with a long tapered neck. If you don't have something like this, you can peel the label off a ketchup bottle and use that. To craft your wave bottle, fill about a quarter of the bottle with corn syrup, then add a few drops of blue food coloring. After you've dropped in your blue food coloring, you're going to stir it up to make sure it's nice and blue, and then you're going to slowly pour some vegetable oil until it's about halfway to the thick part of the bottle. Once you put your vegetable oil in to about this mark, you're going to tightly cap the bottle, and if need be, for example, if you're using a ketchup bottle, you can put your Scotch tape over it to make sure none of the liquids get out. First, ask students what they think causes waves. Then, ask them what they think happens when wind is blown across the water's surface. The formation of waves can be demonstrated by taking your pan, filling it with water, then either using a straw or a battery-powered fan to blow wind across the surface. If you're using a fan, make sure to caution students about electricity and water. If you're using a straw, have students experiment without it, with it, blowing soft, hard, and at different angles. This demonstrates the effect of a concentrated force. Second, ask students what they think causes waves to break. Have they ever visited any different beaches and noticed that waves break differently depending on where they are? Now, either demonstrate or have students slowly tip the wave bottle. The narrow part represents a coast getting more shallow. Ask them to observe what happens as the mixture approaches the shallow end. After your students have had an adequate amount of time to play around with this activity, ask them questions and see what they observed. You can discuss the effect of waves breaking on tide pool organisms or the difference between wind-driven waves and tsunamis, which are enormous ocean waves caused by earthquakes, underwater landslides, volcanic eruptions, and other large disturbances. By the end of this activity, students should be able to explain what causes waves and what causes them to break. This activity is a great way to spark students' oceanic fascination. If you would like more information on this topic or topics like it, you can visit our website at wildcoast.org and click our resources tab. Have fun, be safe, and go make some waves.